Welcome to our show, UFOs and Extraterrestrials. Stop all bloodshed to achieve a peaceful world. Throughout history, the mysteries of unexplained aerial phenomena, or UAPs, have brought incredible and fascinating experiences to skywatchers. As ordinary citizens, we hear many stories about unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, but don't know if the aircraft or flying objects are operated by Earthlings or by extraterrestrials. However, with the recent release of formally classified documents by the US government, more information about UAPs and UFOs has been revealed. In response to a government bill signed by His Excellency Donald Trump, the U.S. Director of National Intelligence released a report on unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAP. The report states that from 2004 to 2021, U.S. intelligence agencies observed 144 airborne objects, only one of which could be explained. Regarding these objects, 18 incidents of unusual UAP movement patterns or flight characteristics occurred. Specifically, some UAPs appear to remain stationary in winds aloft, move against the wind, maneuver abruptly, or move at considerable speed without discernible means of propulsion. These UAPs all appeared to possess advanced technology beyond the capabilities of any human-made aircraft. Although the report suggests further analysis to determine if breakthrough technologies were demonstrated, a UFO expert said these technological artifacts are way beyond our comprehension. Many people believe that extraterrestrials most certainly do exist. Interestingly, many UFO sightings have been reported near nuclear facilities. Gary Heseltine, a former police detective and vice president of the International Coalition of Extraterrestrial Research, says, "What a coincidence. I think when we detonated our first atomic weapons, it sent an invisible shockwave out into space that was picked up by other civilizations who then realized that this creature on this planet had reached a level of technical achievement that it was able to split the atom." UFO researcher Robert Hastings has been investigating the close relationship between UFO sightings and their proximity to nuclear power plants, as well as nuclear research facilities and nuclear weapons storage bunkers at military bases all over the world, including in Japan, France, Belgium, the United Kingdom, Mexico, India, Pakistan, Russia, and the United States.
The connection between UFOs and nuclear weapons has been documented as far back as the very first atomic blast, the Trinity explosion in 1945, New Mexico. Since then, hundreds of former military personnel have come forward with reports of unknown craft buzzing nuclear tests, atomic labs, and missile bases. A group of former officers told about their encounters at a Washington news conference in October of this year. Investigator Robert Hastings has obtained hundreds of pages of once classified Pentagon files about these incidents and has personally interviewed more than 150 retired military officers about ominous encounters involving nuclear weapons.
UFOs have routinely monitored our nuclear weapons going back decades.
Welcome back to our program on UFOs and the peaceful message extraterrestrials are trying to share with humanity. Captain Robert Salas, who served for 7 years in the United States Air Force, described an incident that he witnessed when 10 nuclear missiles were believed to have been disabled by UFOs on March 24, 1967, at Malmstrom Air Force Base in Montana, USA.
It was reported to me, and by the way, I was underground, locked in. I couldn't go upstairs and take a look at it because obviously we're controlling nuclear weapons. We can't do that sort of thing. At any rate, this object flew extremely fast, stopped on a dime, reversed course, made 90-degree turns, very much like what was reported by those pilots of the Navy. So there's no question in my mind. It made no engine noise. This was reported from the upstairs guards. Very unusual objects.
Captain Robert Salas explains what happened when 10 missiles were deactivated while the UFO was hovering over the nuclear site.
They shut down my missiles, 10 of them, by simply upsetting our inertial navigation system of the missile. They did no damage. I want to emphasize that. They did no damage to the equipment.
Yep.
They simply shut them down, and they were brought back up on alert very quickly.
This was also not a single isolated incident. Before this event, the strange object also disabled nuclear missiles at Minot Base, North Dakota. This was described as an impossible action by a human because each missile was running its own system.
They all agree that there was no technical explanation for what occurred. In fact, the engineering reports from Boeing Corporation stated just that. In fact, all 7 of the persons who appeared with me believe that we are dealing with extraterrestrials. Some of them stated it explicitly at the press conference. These actions represent a signal being sent. I'm of the opinion that whoever are aboard these craft are telling us and the Russians, because these things have taken place in the former Soviet Union, that humans are playing with fire by possessing and threatening to use nuclear weapons.
During a video conference with Supreme Master Cheng Hai, our association members asked questions about UFOs disabling nuclear weapons.
Recently, the mainstream media is circulating the news about a former U.S. military airman asserting that UFOs have been visiting Earth and deactivating nuclear weapons.
Yeah, it's true. I told you. It's one of the interference and help. Great help, yes.
Right. Master, where do these UFOs come from? Are they from space or are they from Earth?
Why don't you ask them, huh, honey? They do come from the space, and they do also came from Earth.
Oh, wow.
The under Earth, the Earth beneath us.
Yes. Master, what messages are they trying to send by deactivating the missiles? If they deactivated these, is there a reason why they can't do it for all the wars happening now?
They can't do everything, I told you already. Even aliens, they are not almighty, okay?
Yes.
They do what they can only. And what do you think the message they send to us when they try to deactivate, or they deactivated the nuclear power? What do you think they want to say to us?
That war is very bad.
Bad, bad, bad. Terrible, terrible. Hell.
Yes.
You look at how many people suffer in Hiroshima, for example, huh? The Japanese. They still suffer now. After so many decades, still people are affected by the nuclear energy. It's terrible. Imagine if it's us. So they try to deactivate so that we stop it, so that
Yes.
we will not be able to use it. They do as many as they can, but they cannot do all.
Yes, I
See what I
understand.
mean?
Yes.
So war must stop. By humans' realization of brotherhood and true love, you see, by changing our concept of life, how we must live our life as a human beings, see?
We thank our beloved Supreme Master Cheng Hai for sharing her knowledge about UFOs, extraterrestrials, and their peaceful intentions for humanity. We thank all former officials, investigators, and journalists for sharing their research about UFOs. We hope that society will soon understand their message and change to the noble vegan way of life to bring about peace and harmony on Earth. In the first episode of this series, we learned about incidents when UFOs shut down nuclear missiles. On today's program, we'll explore why UFOs and extraterrestrials are interested in our nuclear sites. UFO researcher Robert Hastings has been investigating the close relationship between UFO sightings and their proximity to nuclear power plants, as well as nuclear research facilities and nuclear weapons storage bunkers at military bases all over the world, including Japan, France, Belgium, the United Kingdom, Mexico, India, Pakistan, Russia, and the United States.
This is a clip from a new documentary film, the culmination of Hastings' years of research. The film includes chilling incidents where UFOs have not only infiltrated restricted airspace over nuclear missile bases, but on occasion have disabled ICBMs and put the military on high alert. In one dramatic incident from the film, military photographers using telescopic lenses watched a UFO disable a warhead used in a missile test fired from Vandenberg.
And flying out over the Pacific, suddenly this domed disc, an object with a dome, came in to frame, circled the warhead, which was flying about 8,000 or 10,000 miles an hour, shot 4 beams of light at it, whereupon the warhead, the dummy warhead, fell into the Pacific Ocean and the UFO left the vicinity.
The UFOs were not only observed in the sky. Security officers at Area 2, a division of the Nevada test site in Nevada, USA, also encountered the strange presence of what they refer to as shadow people.
As with the UFO incidents, the sightings of dark, unknown intruders were taken seriously at the time. Officers were on alert as they searched Area 2, but never found a trace of the running figures. Their commanders told them that, quote, it never happened. Investigator Robert Hastings says similar bizarre incidents have been reported at multiple nuclear bases, and none of the mystery encounters, either in the sky or on the ground, have ever been solved.
Apparently, UFOs and extraterrestrials have not only been trying to warn us, but have also saved us from deadly nuclear disasters. In 1986, during the worst nuclear accident in history, numerous witnesses saw a UFO flying above Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine for more than 6 hours. Mikhail Varitsky, a senior dosimetrician of the Dosimetry Control Department at Chernobyl, says, I and other people on my team went to the explosion site at night. We saw one ball of fire that flew slowly through the sky. I think the ball was 6 or 8 meters in diameter. Then we saw 2 rays of crimson light that extended to the 4th unit. The object was about 300 meters from the reactor. The event lasted about 3 minutes. The object's lights went out and flew northwest. According to a dosimetrist measurement, the radiation level was 3,000 milliroentgens per hour before the UFO's appearance, and then quickly dropped to 800 milliroentgens per hour. The thermal blast was huge and caused several deaths and severe health complications, but it was not a nuclear explosion. It could have been worse without the help of the UFO. The extraterrestrials prevented a nuclear blast by reducing the radiation level by almost 4 times. The consequences could have wiped out the entire country of Ukraine, and most people in Europe would have died or been severely sick from the radiation. In a conference with our association members, our beloved Supreme Master Ching Hai revealed more about UFO activities on Earth.
Master, have UFOs carried out any other activities on Earth that we don't know about? What are those activities?
Yeah. Too many to count, okay? But they are good intentions, yes. One of it is to help to promote peace, yeah? Peace and stop war, yes. They also stop comet from hitting us, etc., etc. Yes. So you see, many times we heard that the comet almost hit the Earth and then it veered to the other direction, into the space, harmless space. Yes, so it didn't harm the Earth. Yes. They also have healed many sick people wherever they can. Yes, wow. Whenever they happen to have a chance to do that. And they also soften warlike aggression.
Oh.
Yes, and trying to induce people into a more peaceful state of mind. Yes. So their activities are so many, so many. They love us to no end. They love us to no end. They wish that we also as developed and as knowledgeable about moral standard as they are. They try to help as many ways that they can. They help us much, much, much. We have to thank them also. Yes. With their technology, they help us to avert as many disasters as they can. Yeah, even individually, they help to rescue many people. We didn't even know that they're rescued because they're unconditional. Without their intervention, we would have been gone. Yeah, the planet gone, people gone, all gone.
Wow.
They're trying to help us so that we can hang on in there so that we may wake up and help ourselves. You see, They can't do everything. They can't. We have to help ourselves by our spiritual merit, by our moral power. Then we will survive and we will develop more and more. And then we will see them even in person. We can visit them like I would visit you. Okay?
Through their noble activities on Earth, the extraterrestrials are sending us a peaceful and loving message. Shutting down the missiles was simply a message to all of us on planet Earth that we need to rid ourselves of nuclear weapons, according to retired U.S. Air Force Captain Robert Salas. Captain Salas believes that extraterrestrial beings are not a danger to humans. As he recalls the UFO encounters over the nuclear bases, he says, "There was no attack with any kind of weapons, despite the obvious technology the extraterrestrial beings would surely have." Dr. Edgar Mitchell, an astronaut and the sixth human on the moon, said in an interview, "My own experience talking to people has made it clear the ETs had been attempting to keep us from going to war and help create peace on Earth." He believes that extraterrestrials have come to help humanity grow in regard to their spiritual development. Intrigued viewers, we'll pause for a moment now to give thanks to the extraterrestrial beings for silently helping humanity. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our program, UFOs and Extraterrestrials. Stop all bloodshed to achieve a peaceful world. In 2019, a 3-minute piece of footage showing 5 flying objects hovering above the nuclear plant in Fukushima, Japan, went viral on the internet. The aircraft's movements and the glowing lights on their bodies did not look like those of any known aircraft. Others also claimed that they spotted unusual bright objects at the edge of the Fukushima nuclear plant during the earthquake in 2011. A witness was also able to capture a video of the strange objects and posted it on YouTube. Considering the dangerous conditions at the nuclear plant during the disaster, the UFOs just came and went. Something that we only see in science fiction movies. UFO sightings have been reported in Fukushima way back to the 1970s, including an incident of a light-emitting cone-shaped object spotted on Mount Senganmori. Many said the videos are undeniable proof of the existence of extraterrestrials. Following numerous inexplicable sightings, Japan opened a lab in the so-called hometown of UFOs, Ino, Fukushima Prefecture, to study the UFO sightings. In an interview with James Bean of Spiritual Awakening Radio, Supreme Master Ching Hai answered some questions about extraterrestrials.
The extraterrestrial, where do you think they're coming from and what is their role?
They are not all aliens. the extraterrestrial that we call them, some of them came from under our planet. Yes, because in the planet there is empty space inside our planet, empty space. And the people live down there is about 4,800,000 something, the population down there. And they are more technically advanced than us, yes? So they came also from other planets and inside the empty space of our Earth, you see? They're good neighbors, yes. But what can they do to help us in any case if we don't first help ourselves? They might be able to deactivate nuclear bombs here and there or avert a tsunami, but how long can they continue to do that? Huh? If we continue to create more and worse disasters with our tsunami actions, we destroy huge forest land, drown, torture, maim, murder billions of innocent, harmless helpers like our animal people, co-inhabitants daily. They are our helpers. But these acts, aren't they not tsunami-like destruction? Well, if we stop all that before anyone can help us to stop the destruction of our Earth, why do we destroy our house and wait for help?
We are deeply grateful to the extraterrestrial beings for helping our planet. We would love to achieve peace on Earth, but we must all take action to accomplish that goal. We have to stop all wars and all forms of killing, not only of human life, but also of animal people. Showing our love and respect to all of our co-inhabitants and eliminating the negative energy from killing is the only way to sustain long-lasting peace for our planet. May world vegan world peace soon be realized.